God, why do I do this to myself? Oh God, why?
Christmas. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Who doesn't love the holiday season? A season full of joy, love, shopping malls with way too many people, and the birth of a very important person, Ryan Seacrest. And also, snow. Man, I love snow, and just cold weather in general. It is awesome. So in the Christmas spirit, or whatever that saying is, we gotta spice some things up. Blammo. Look at me now, I look cooler than a Christmas guy. Now, besides all the things I mentioned before, something else we all love about the holiday season is, of course, movies and TV. There are so many great and iconic holiday movies, but this year, instead of watching the Garfield Christmas special and crying my heart out, I'm gonna be watching a Hallmark Christmas movie. God, why do I do these things? So yeah, the company that makes cards and my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog ornaments makes movies, apparently. I didn't know that until recently, and I've personally never seen one, but apparently the genre is super popular and known for being god-awful. But I mean, come on, they can't all be bad, right? Sure, they might follow a similar formula, but so does shonen anime, and I love that stuff. They can't all possibly be the same, right? I mean, look at this, hashtag Xmas, look how cute that is. We have a couple here, man wearing his green shirt, see, looks fine. Oh, how about 12 Gifts of Christmas? Here we have another couple doing a little pose, and the man has a green shirt. Okay, what about a Christmas cookie? Okay, maybe not this one, maybe a Christmas detour, no, okay. A Fabled Holiday, A Wish for Christmas, no, oh God, jeez. Oh, got one. A Merry Scottish Christmas. See?
The difference here is that this white couple has the lady wearing green instead of the guy.
So basically all these movies are supposed to be corny romance stories about a female character who magically finds love during the holidays, according to my knowledge. They're known for being cheesy, and my friend Nico wanted me to do this. These movie titles are also super funny. For example, we have A Royal Christmas, but we also have A Not So Royal Christmas. They are cooking with these titles. Also, every single trailer sounds the same. I swear they just get the exact same voice actor each time. The Christmas spirit isn't the only magic happening this holiday. You know what I mean? So after looking through the selection for, I'm not kidding, hours, I finally picked one, so let's watch it. I'm gonna say something crazy. I would rather get kicked in the balls multiple times than rewatch this movie. This is worse than that awful live-action Dragon Ball thing. This is genuinely probably the worst movie I have ever seen. Like, scroll down on my Letterboxd account. I've seen some pretty awful movies, but this was insufferable. I don't even know where to begin with this movie. There is no way I wasted all this time sitting through a glorified jewelry advertisement. Oh, and to make things even worse, apparently this isn't even Hallmark. Whatever, it's Hallmark styled, it's close enough, and I don't have the strength to watch another movie that is even remotely similar to this. So if I had to describe this movie briefly, I would say, man sexually assaults a woman in an elevator, which somehow results into their marriage. Yeah, like, what? There is absolutely nothing good about this movie, and I'm not saying that for content or as a joke. I genuinely have nothing positive to say. Listen, I'm not like Dr. Love or anything, but I'd imagine that trapping a woman inside of an elevator and forcing a kiss on her randomly simply because there's a mistletoe isn't a good thing. Nothing about this says W-Riz, but it will most likely end up with a restraining order. So yeah, A Christmas Kiss 2, or Another Christmas Kiss. There's two different titles for this movie. It is awful, just straight up. The acting is...
Thanks, Dad. Now I spend Christmas alone.
It's something for the most part. The music is really boring and repetitive. It's super cliche, and the whole thing is just a giant mess. The male character of this movie is just like harassing and bugging the female character for the entire movie until she falls in love with him. But the movie tries to spin it around to make you sympathize for the guy because, oh, he's just a player who never found the right girl. He's a changed man. He can change. Oh my god, the power of Christmas. Like, no, what's going on? This movie is just weird. The female character is obviously not into him. Fair enough, I wouldn't be either. And so the male character says, you know, like the oh, you're feisty kind of thing, and like believes that she's into him. And realistically, this man should be in a cell. But through the power of magic and awful movie writing, she begins to fall in love with this creep. It's insane. Like, I seriously don't understand this. Also, there isn't a single character I liked in this movie. Maybe except the fashion camera guy, but that's about it. Every character is just so stupid. I'm not sure if anyone remembers my Horror Hour series, but in that, I talked a lot about character dynamics and why a lot of them were bad in the horror movies that I watched. I specifically remember talking about Truth or Dare and just, you know, trashing on the characters because they suck. Because nobody felt like actual friends. It was all just poorly written. It felt super fake. This is worse. This is way, way worse. In no real-life situation is a sane lady gonna fall for this weirdo. Unless you're cool with being trapped into an elevator by a random guy and having a kiss forced on you. Like, I wasn't even in this movie, but I felt like I needed pepper spray every time I saw this weirdo.
Oh man, you're way too close! Just riding the elevator down.
Because it looked like you might be taking advantage of the mistletoe.
Yeah, he kinda already did that. And the dialogue, oh my god, the dialogue, pure garbage. Everything feels so forced and artificial. I mean, me and my friends' random comedy sketches sound more natural than this.
You heard what I said and don't make me say it again.
You say it to me?
You wanna know what I said to you?
Yeah.
I said you're nothing but a slimy bastard. That's what I said.
I felt like I was being constantly reminded that this isn't real, if that makes sense. Like, you know when you're watching a movie and the performance is just so good that you kinda lose yourself in the film? Also, like, you're actually there with the characters, being fully immersed in the beauty that is cinema. This movie's like the complete opposite.
One man who always thinks you're his princess and never lets you down.
I wish. Actually, things have been a bit estranged between me and my dad ever since he remarried a woman who's become a bit of a step monster.
Wow, trauma dump much, jeez. And if we complain about the characters more, the dad. Oh my god, what a b***hole. This man is clearly neglecting the main character, but in the end, he's just magically here. How did he get here? Oh, the male character called him. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course this creep is able to find the main character's dad's number. I mean, look at everything else he's done. Oh yeah, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this review, this movie ends with, like, marriage. So after bro has this change of heart BS, and does this grand thing for the main female character at the end, he, like, proposes to her. I should probably mention, not much time passes throughout this movie. It starts in December and ends near Christmas. The characters have barely known each other for a month and they're about to, like, get married. Lady character, run. Run as fast as you can because this guy is actually insane. And you know what's funny too is, like, there's a lot of moments where the movie is actually kind of cute and sweet until you remember the guy. I haven't seen a romance plot this awful since In Time, and that was bad. This movie is unhinged. Like, I've had fever dreams that have made more sense than this. Also, because this is who I am, I gotta nitpick some really small things. First off, this man never even paid for his f***ing croissant. And at around the 55-minute mark, there's this random screenshot. I don't even think it's a clip. It's just like a still image of, I'm guessing, snowy Boston, because that's where the movie takes place. But when the characters are outside, there's no snow anywhere. This screenshot also pops up like twice in the movie, and it's really random. So yeah, just a creepy and gross movie. I'd have to say this is my new favorite horror film, putting it above John Carpenter's The Thing. Seriously though, this poor woman, Jenna, I think was the name of the main character, I didn't feel anything while watching this movie except for a lot of self-hate. As soon as I saw the end on my screen, I saw my own reflection and it looked scarier than usual. I felt empty. It was genuine torture to sit through this. I started this movie at 4 p.m. and finished it at 8. That's how long it took me to finish this mess. It's not even a sweet movie, it's not even a romance, it's barely even a Christmas movie. It's manipulation and crime, basically. This is one of the weirdest movies I've seen, and I definitely wouldn't play this if I wanted to get in a Christmas holiday mood. Like, this straight up ruined my Christmas, and at the time of writing and recording, it's barely December 1st. Also, I wanted to try and fit this into the script as a joke or something, but it wouldn't work, so I'm just gonna say it randomly. They teased Shadow for the upcoming Sonic movie, and I'm really excited. I hope they adapt SA2. SA2 is in Sonic Adventure 2, not Sexual Assault 2, which is basically the title of this movie. Well, that's the end. I hope you all enjoyed this unhinged rant of mine. I bet it really puts you in a Christmassy mood, huh? Hit all those supporting buttons because we are getting so close to 4K with each day and it is beautiful, and I would really appreciate that as my Christmas gift. Yeah, happy holidays everyone, and a bah humbug to this trash movie, oh my god.
It ain't hard to tell.